You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. In Georgia, a federal judge is refusing to block parts of Georgia's new voting restrictions. U.S. District Court Judge Pete Boulay says the last-minute changes to voting procedures will confuse voters for next week's runoff elections. Voting rights advocates requested prohibition of the state from enforcing sections of the new law that involve observation of elections and the new deadline for requesting absentee ballots. Well, while that is happening, Texas Republicans are trying to move forward with their voter suppression bill in that particular state. They've already moved forward with another bill. It's going to be a special session called by Governor Greg Abbott that is filled with a number of different issues that, again, deal with the issue of voting restrictions. While that is happening, of course, civil rights leaders are meeting right now down the street from us at the White House with President Joe Biden. Vice President Kamala Harris was at Howard University today with a DNC held an event focused on the issue of voting rights. Joining us right now is Cliff Albright. He's the co-founder of Black Voters Matter. Joining us now from Texas. Cliff, all the Republicans are backing off of actually making a couple of modifications, which includes cutting polling hours on Sunday and wording that would have made it easier for judges to overturn an election. Y'all still say that this is absolutely the kind of bill that should not become law in Texas.
Absolutely, Roland. It's still got a number of horrendous provisions in it. Even those provisions that they've taken out, they're not even being honest about how and why they've taken it out. They've acted like they don't even know how those provisions got in there, particularly the one talking about making it easier for a judge to overturn an election. And so you really can't trust anything that they say. But again, there's still provisions in there that criminalize mistakes for helping a voter to vote. There's still provisions in there that criminalize the actual elected officials for sending out ballots to folks that to get their vote by mail ballots. There's still the provision in there that allows election observers to come in to have basically unfettered access to the polling place as people are voting, including the possibility of video recording people as they're voting. And we already know that Republicans were using this to recruit. There's Republicans on video that were actually using that provision to recruit, saying that they wanted to have an army of thousands in the polling places. So we know what they're going to use. This is old school Jim Crow intimidation factors at the polling places. So there's still, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, there's still literally dozens of provisions in this bill that they would pass that would still make the worst voter suppression bill in the country, on top of the fact that Texas is already the hardest place to vote in the country. It's nothing but straight up Jim Crow, and this is nothing. This so-called special session is just what we call a suppression session, because the voting bill is actually just one of 11 horrendous bills that they are trying to consider in Texas, even as they're going through an emergency, energy emergency that months ago had people freezing, and right now has people burning up. But that's not even included in the so-called special session. It's nothing but a suppression session, and we and our partners in Texas are going to fight it with everything that we.
Folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends, go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.